this administration's probably most reprehensible act so far against children who have done nothing wrong. So it's a very sad time right now in this country.
So most really have come at young ages. I mean, very young. They themselves did not remember the country where they came from. Some, the qualitative research that comes out, have no idea that they're unauthorized until they get into the stage of going for a driver's license, because their parents have tried to protect them.
We had a DARE program. Can't remember what it stands for. It's like about drug abuse. I won, I think it was like either 3rd or 2nd place on my speech. I was in 4th grade.
And my senior year, was it, that I dislocated my shoulder because of that? Yeah, that was a fine night.
After she retired, I became the back spotter.
Yeah, she took my spot.
It was fun.
It was. High school was fun.
It was.
And stressful. Yeah, at the same time. Especially senior year. That was.
I think it's about a quarter of DACA students are going to school, but they're working full-time or struggling to work. Because DACA recipients, even though if you are in a state that has in-state tuition, you're not eligible for Pell Grants, for any financial aid or loans. And so even though you're in a better position than a student in an out-of-state tuition, it's extremely difficult to work their way through school.
When I was 2 years old, and America, this is our home, and we don't want to go anywhere else because this is our home. This is my children's home.
Who is Native American here? One person? The rest of you are immigrants too.
We can make it possible for people to legalize, be legal and be here, but it's not about the law. It's about decriminalizing, seeing people as people and not criminals and not rule breakers.
We all have a duty. As white people with white privilege, we need to use that in every step of the way to protect everyone else around us.
So please, I ask you, have these difficult conversations for your friends who say, oh, well, you know, DACA doesn't affect me, I don't really care about it. No, it affects you. Thank you.
Well, so it's very difficult for Congress to do anything in 6 months, so they were right there, just even across all types of legislation. When you start thinking about immigration reform, Congress has had efforts to adopt sort of more comprehensive immigration reform. I think the last big effort was during the George Bush administration, and they just have not been able to do it.
Immigration is a hard issue. I mean, it's not an easy one. There's different economic incentives, there's different competing interests, people have cultural concerns. It's hard to really envision what life is for someone outside. I mean, why would you come to the U.S.? That seems like a law-breaking criminal act. But if you were in a situation where you didn't really have lots of opportunities, what would you do?